everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Ocular Max PS-25A alternative Navigant, and he's an interceptor, or as Streetwise as I know him. Let's take a look at this box. Nice illustrations of Streetwise. Yes, I'm over 16, I think. Streetwise. And of course, you get this little nice illustration of him transforming from leg to car to robot mode. And you get a bio here. And if you use this little decoder that's included, you can actually see his stats. And I really like this feature, as probably you all know by now. You also get the little flimsy collector's card. Nice illustration. And the manual, of course, with everything you need to know to get him into, well, all the modes you want to get him into. You get optional faces. Here's a screamy one that you can put on. And a happy Streetwise. Yay, happy. You get his little pistol here. Looks fairly nice. Molded in black plastic. You can fold that in and put it in his cabin for storage if you want to, but no, I don't want to. And you get the same laser rifle you got with First Aid, their Medicus. It works. And here is, of course, Navigant, or Streetwise, in all of his glory, and let's get up close to look at him, shall we? That grill, that marvelous grill. I think this is transparent, but I don't really know because, well, there is no light inlet here anywhere, but you have some nice policey, siren-y things up here, and really nice trims there. And the back looks amazing with all the lamps and doodahs that you have to have, and a little exhaust pipe, which is becoming redundant these days. This is what he looks like from above, and that is what he looks like from beneath. And of course, you can open the lower part of the doors for some reason, if that's the thing you like. I don't really care for it, so I'm gonna close it up again, like so. And he rolls, very nice. Okay, don't hit things, thank you. And just to get a scale of him, here is MPP10. And I think they actually match quite well. A figure in there should be, yeah, they should be able to sit in here as well. Wonk wonk. As for transformation, we're gonna go into combine mode first and then to bot mode, because every other video I've seen of this is going the other way, so it may be useful to some people to see the transformation in the other order. So let's go from car to combine mode. And the combine mode is, let's call it silly, to be nice, but you start by opening the doors at the little spot there. After that, you're supposed to untap these, like so, and you're going to have them like that for, well, the rest of the time. Anywho, you get this out of the way, and you fold that out. This is a little faux hood, and you get that out as well. Untab the real hood, like so, and fold that out and back. Tear these apart, and fold them down, and you have a niche here that's supposed to go around that. So it's not going to stay there, but, well, you know, like that. You come up to the arms, and to do this the easy way, don't bend too much because then otherwise you'll break it. But I just do like that, so we can release the arm, bend at the upper joint, and then you have to have this peg into that port. I don't know if you see that, but we're going to try to do that. You push it backwards and then inwards like so. Now you can push that in if you want to. Here you have a little thing you need to pull out like that, and then push down, and that's really difficult to do. Okay, and as you can see, this just tabs in where it should on the back, and again the same thing on the other side. Now the last thing we need to do is to fold this little peg out, and that can be difficult if you don't have the right tool. I hope I do. Yes, good. And it's a bit obscene in my opinion, but never mind. You push that on as thorough as you can, and there you have him in calf mode. He's just a big block, I think. Doesn't look that bad or good in my opinion. Probably looks amazing on the leg, but well, But this is no fun, so let's get him into robot mode, shall we? Unpeg that, fold that down, and undo a lot of these things we've already done here, like so. And fold these out to the sides, open the doors, and untab them. Open the doors, come on, open the doors, untab them, and get this out to the side as well, because now we're going to move his legs downwards like that. And these stud pieces are locking everything in, so you have to move them out of the way. That's very strange, actually, in my book. You push this little piece in and in like that, down and in, so it locks the knee in place. You fold this out, fold that out, and the feet forward. You take the door here, and you fold the side view mirror down. Oh, sorry, you're supposed to do that before you close that up. Now that is the way you want things looking. You bend this, and this is going to tab into the foot, and that is going to tab in on these sides. So line that up and press that in, and this is actually going to be tilting the entire section, which is quite nice. But that is one leg done. Turn the waist around, turn this thing around as well. There's a lot of turning things around here. Turn this around, turn this around and down and inwards like that, because that's going to be part of the chest. Lift these arms up and untab them so they are like, well, like that. Peg his little head in and turn that around. Now you need to get these things out, like so, because they are going to be supports for the sides here. So when you bend these, they will go onto those. But first we need to get this done. And I always do it the wrong way for some reason. Because you're not going to do it that way, you are going to do it that way. You're gonna fold them in underneath the hood, because they are going to be his side panels. You fold that in, and there is a little peg here that's going into that port, so press that on. When you've done that, see to it that these supports are on the right piece there, and turn his arms down and the shoulders upwards. When you've done that, you can lock in the chest here, and there is a little port and tab system here as well, so just push that in. If you are not able to push this in, you need to rotate this little section between the silver and the black piece here, because that's the one that's in your way. Fold the arms down like that. Come to the inside here, fold this down, fold the hands out, fold that out, close the gap, and push this in to fill this upper gap, and then rotate the hand, and come to the outside, and rotate this around, and you have to have it straight out for that to work, and that is the way you want the arm looking. And lastly, you want to turn his head in the correct way, like that, and there you have him in robot mode. But let's get up close and personal with him. Look at that stern face, beautifully sculpted in my opinion. And if you want to change out faces, you just turn his head back and you flip this out. I'm not going to do that because I like this head. Yes, not too cheery, not too sad or angry, just stern. A nice toy accurate chest there. Nice looking arms with wheels on the backside. Nice effects on the legs there, on the thighs. And red feet. Rotating wheels still. Painted in details here as we saw on the back underside of the car. If I have any complaints about him, it is that he has too little kibble, because he looks a bit too thin, but he reminds me of the DX9 Stunticons. They were the same, roughly. This just has better hands, I think, because they don't look as square. For articulation, the head can go wow up, a bit down, not too much, all the way around, of course. The arms can go all the way around. They can go out to the sides. They can go even more if you undo the transformation, but let's not, shall we? Shall we? Bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow, which gives you that much, which is more than I ever need. The fingers are individually articulated, but only on one peg each. So you can't really move them like that. You can just open and close them, but it works. He has a ab crunch, as you can see here. Mold breaking ab crunch, but still. He can turn his waist around. And again, these are very strangely proportioned, because why did you have the side like that? It locks everything in and you're not able to move the hip as you want to. But get them out of the way and he can kick forward, he can kick backwards, and he can even do... Yes, I'm gonna do it. The Motormaster splits. Doing. But as you can see, his little skirt pieces just go haywire when you do. He has 90 degree at the knee there. The foot is tiltable somewhat. The engineering here is quite nice. But as you can see, it isn't tabbed in as well as it should be, so it loosens up somewhat when you tilt the foot, but it works. And for all of you who wants to see the other faces, let's hold this up so you can see. No, you can't, because I'm not doing this right. So just get this out and onto the floor apparently. And now he is screaming. He's angry. Oh no, not nice. No, you are evil. Or smiley, happy Streetwise. I'm happy. And if you want, you can put his little guns in his hand with the tab in the palm system. Bit different this time, but as you saw on first aid, you push this little tab in and you close the fingers around it. And if you don't push the thumb up, the gun won't be angling down, so I'll just leave it like that. But he holds that fairly well. And you can take his laser rifle as well and do it the same way on the other side. Close the fingers on. For some reason, this just doesn't fit. For some reason, I don't really know why. When you get it in there, it's either gonna jump off or stay. Let's just have him holding that like so. And for comparison, here he is with Generation Toy, Streetwise, with battle damage. And I do think he looks better, but he's more IDW or movie styled, so they are going for a totally different aesthetics than they are. So, well, you can see. And of course, let's bring in first aid from Ocular Max so we can see how the gang is turning out. They look really good together, and I do like that they have a bit of a height difference, so every bot doesn't seem exactly the same height, because that's just silly. No one's the exact same height as someone else. Unless you are. Now for my conclusion. I'm hard-pressed to find something negative to say at all about him, so I'm just going to stick to the positives. The quality is amazing, of course, as always with Ocular Max. The transformation is a bit fiddly at points, but compared to other brands, very straightforward. Every mode looks okay, except maybe for the calf mode, because that's just a block of car. The lack of paint on him is quite noticeable, even if you have small detailing some here and there. But it feels actually a bit on the plasticky side, which his counterpart First Aid didn't do. It's not a deal breaker in any way, but I would have liked him to be a more sturdy or heavy, or actually feel like he is, well, a robot than a plastic toy. But he's still very good, so I'm going to give him an 8 for his masterpiece score, and he's a strong recommendation, and especially if you want the toy accurate one. And if you're looking forward to seeing Defensor in full bloom, then you've got to get him anyway. If I had to choose, I would rather have the cartoon accurate bot, but that's not his fault, that's just me being me. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.